Hello everyone. So today we are going to resolve this flag. It's called SSTI. It's a easy one provided by PicoCTF. It's a web exploitation. And what happens if we try to search online what is this SSTI? SSTI is a server-side template injection. As we can see, it's a template injection allows an hacker to include template code into an existing or not template. The template engine makes designing HTML pages easier by using setting template file. It's very common to have like Flask template Jinja. Thank you. Um, okay, for example, these are Jinja template. We can put for if I mean various operator, but we can inject variable as well. And it's very common used by Flask, that is a server that Python provide for also web application. So the first stuff that we have to see in our application is if really we can inject some code, and we have a map in GitHub by this user that we can use for inject template syntax. So common template expression. We can try to inject these two. By default, this one we can interpret this one like as simply operation 7/7, that be 49, and we see if our application will interpret this one. So okay, so 49, so it means that we can exploit this application. So 7/7 work. Okay, we can see if we can use some exploit for Jinja or for Twig, but usually if this is vulnerable, we know that already we can exploit some code. For me, what we have to do is simply try to access to the system, and we have to use a cheat sheet in a way that we know already some command that we can inject. So we know that it could be Jinja or Twig, but as we saw here, it's for Jinja Python. So we use this one. We saw that we can inject some code. So let's try to go to Python MD for see how we can use and how we can inject. So exactly, we have some templating libraries. Django is Python as well. Error in Django, Jinja 2, basic injection. This one will result in 777 because this one for sorry, I have to deactivate this stuff. Okay, this one Jinja will interpret it like repeat 7 per 7 times, so will be like 7. Template, as we saw, we can use this 4 and 4, but actually we don't need it. Dump all used classes. So we can try, for example, to take this command and see how many classes we have, because it's connected to Python. Okay, internal server. So sometimes there are commands that work, sometimes command that will not work, but it's common. Okay. Read the remote file. Okay, let's try to. Yes, let's try to. But we really don't know which file we have to open. So for me, it's better to do before an ls. So try to execute command before. Exploit by calling ospopen. Okay. ospopen is very common. ospopen is used in Python as well for read some output of some command. For example, we have the id command. For example, I can do id in my system, and I see that actually I'm root. So we can see all the group, this user id, group id, and all the group. So for example, I can try to do this, and let's see if I'm root or not. Okay, so I see I'm root, but I mean, we can see that already we found the flag, because we can inject some code with this, because I can simply remove this ID and try to put an ls, or like I will do a pwd. I don't know in which folder. I don't know, sometime pwd challenge. Okay, so I'm in the challenge directory. I can remove this, put ls. Okay, I see that I'm already there is a Python application. This is a typical folder that we have in Flask application. I have the app.py is the main application requirement, and the flag. So I can take this, I can simply do cut flag. Okay, and we see that we have our flag. So copy, paste the flag, submit. Okay, you solved this flag. So thank you everyone, and see you in the next challenge.